Have you missed the boat on crypto? Absolutely not. In my opinion, we are still very, very early in what is going to be one of the most revolutionary technologies in the world in terms of blockchain and crypto. Yes, it's been around for about 10 or 12 years already, which, it's starting to get into that period of time when, it's not very, very early stages anymore, but we still have so much emerging growth, technologies, and in terms of comparisons of market caps of cryptocurrency versus other market caps, we still have so much room to grow. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my expectations on where I think the sector is going to go. Have you missed the boat? When is the right time to get in? And when will be the time when you've probably missed the boat, all in this video. So first of all, I think the biggest problem is that, we still don't truly understand, I guess, from a fundamental level outside of the crypto bubble, what problems crypto solves. Essentially, I do think there's probably only maybe 5 to 10 genuine problems that need solving that blockchain can solve. But yet there's tens of thousands of different cryptocurrencies trying to fight for these solutions. So there's so much saturation in the market, but essentially, from a blockchain perspective, one of the best use cases has been stable coins, or the ability to send money anywhere in the world without the need of an intermediary. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, where you can get loans, earn interest on your capital without needing to go to a bank. You've got NFTs, or the ability to create non-fungible tokens, which is really exciting. Lending and borrowing, which is another one on that sort of DeFi lens that I mentioned. And then also something like gaming as well, where you can use a blockchain to store assets and data. And that's that other field as well, that data and sort of infrastructure level, where you can use a blockchain to make sure that the information is secure and monitored on a network that is immutable. So there's some of just the basic use cases. But in terms of the market growth, we've only just seen the ETFs, for example, that have been launched. And the ETFs have finally been a way that people can actually come in and buy the likes of Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think I mentioned that in the use case, but obviously Bitcoin is probably the use case for crypto and blockchain. But in terms of people actually being able to buy these assets, it's been very restrictive up until this point, just due to how hard it is to actually buy and store things safely. And when you're talking about billions and billions of dollars from large institutions, that is a massive, massive problem when it comes to buying these assets. And the ETFs have obviously been a great onboarding mechanism. But we've also got massive institutions also coming on, and it's increasing rapidly. We've got the likes of BlackRock, which has launched a market money fund on Ethereum. We've got PayPal that now offers crypto trading, swapping, sending, and even has its own stablecoin. We've got Visa, one of the world's largest payment and money networks, has piloted its own stablecoin settlement layer on Solana and Ethereum, and announced recently that it's launching its own tokenized asset platform. So we've got some of the biggest institutions and companies in the world already starting to build on blockchain. And now, after decades, we've got the ETFs moving, and we're starting to get more and more institutions involved. And if we look right back, in 2013, there was only $1 billion of capital in the cryptocurrency markets. Within 4 years, in 2017, it rose to 800 billion. And at this time, everyone thought, oh yeah, I've missed the boat again. Look at this, I should have bought back in 2013. And yet another 4 years on, in 2021, it rose over to 3 trillion. And again, the same question was asked. The same question continues to be asked time and time again, have I missed the boat? And it will continue to go. I've got friends that I've been in the space now for 8 years. They continue to tell me that, I'm going to buy when it dips, or, I could have bought 20K ago, so I didn't buy. And yet every year it goes on, the market continues to grow, and they continue to say they've missed the boat. I expect the exact same thing to happen. And in fact, ARK Invest actually said that in a recent research report that said that cryptocurrencies could command a $20 trillion market cap by 2032. That is absolutely nuts. And at a minimum case, I think we could get over to 6 trillion, and that's just doubling the 2021 market cap. So we still have a long way to go, and I think the idea of, is it too late, is just a human psychology thing of, not wanting to buy in too late and miss the boat. But if we look at the cryptocurrency asset class in comparison to other traditional classes here, you can see that at the moment, we're estimated, according to ARK Invest research, that we could reach a $25 trillion industry by 2030. But yet still, that is only very comparative to global equities, which is 97 trillion, or the global M2 money supply, which is 98 trillion. I mean, gold is only 12 trillion, right? And Bitcoin at the moment is only about 1 trillion. So we've still got a 12x to go just to reach gold's market cap. So I think Bitcoin is a much better asset in terms of it's immutable. It's decentralized, you can send it anywhere in the world. If you have $1 million of gold, you can't just go take it and lug it on the airplane, right? Like it's physical, you can't cut it up, you have to melt it down. Like it's very, very hard money. It's very difficult to transfer and send it anywhere in the world, where I think Bitcoin is, a lot better than that in terms of, that sort of new digital version of gold. And then you've also got, like, again, Bitcoin at the moment is the only asset that's climbed into the top 10 market caps in terms of individual stocks, metals or ETFs, and Ethereum ranks 32. So a lot of the altcoins are nowhere near sort of those other assets, but Bitcoin is sitting at number 10. You've got Meta above that, Silver, Saudi, Aramco, Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, and gold. Bitcoin is still number 10, right? So we're still at 12x away from hitting gold's market cap. We still have a long way to go. And again, my personal experience is that time and time again, being in this industry, I speak to people about, are you ready to buy crypto? Let's go. And they go, oh no, I think I missed the boat. I think it's too high. It was early, the price was lower a few years ago. Now it's higher. Now I don't want to buy in. I 100% believe that this will continue to be the case, like we see in most assets when we're seeing new technology grow, that people just think they missed the boat. But the reality is that as the market continues to grow, very, very few people truly understand this space in terms of the world population. Like, inside our own crypto bubble, we think that everyone knows what's going on, but the reality is people don't, and we've got a long way to go. So at the moment, in my opinion, seeing how often things change in terms of crypto, like if you look over the last 10 years in terms of even just the top cryptocurrencies in the top 10, like the historical snapshot, if you look at 2015, it's so fascinating. XRP was number 2, Litecoin was number 3, Paycoin, BitShares, some of these Dogecoin, some of these coins are not even in the top 100 or 200 anymore, which is absolutely wild. And these were in the top 10 just a few years ago. Again, in 2018, XRP number 2, Cardano, Bitcoin Cash, NEM, Tron, Stellar, IOTA. A lot of these older chains now have been and gone, and you get new coins that come up. Even in 2021, the likes of Polkadot, Litecoin still, BNB, Chainlink. And even now, right now up to 2024, we get new coins again. So there's always new coins coming and going. And if you can get access to those newer trends, like we've been speaking about, the next gen layer ones, the AI projects, the gaming projects, if you can get investments into those, those new assets that have the new narratives, that have the growth, that's where you can make a lot of money, and you have not missed the boat on any of those. And I made a lot of money getting in on those early trends and riding them up, because we get those cycles that continue to rotate. And again, coming back to that 4-year cycle, Bitcoin primarily drives that new that cycle of crypto, and we're coming right into that back end of this cycle now, where I think we're on the cusp of another really large amount of growth and capital coming into the space. And that cyclical nature of crypto really gives us a good understanding of when the right time to buy and hold is. Over the last 2 years, it's been an amazing time to accumulate and buy up a lot of these assets. And in about a year and a half's time, will be time to start taking profits, and these things will start to rotate again. So knowing when the right time to buy is a better question than, oh, I missed the boat, it's too late. It's more about when is the right time to accumulate, when is the market in a position to give us undervalued assets, rather than just throwing in the towel and just pretending that we've missed the boat once again. Now, another thing just to remind around that 4-year cycle is that crypto is so diverse. Like, it's not just Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we have a lot of growth of different assets and different industries and different sectors at different times. And those emerging narratives, as I mentioned, back in 2017, we had the ICOs. In 2021, we had DeFi, we had NFTs, we had gaming, we had metaverse, and then this cycle again, I think it will be different again. So if you can grab onto some of these narratives and ride them on the way up, that's where you can make a lot of money. Now, in terms of the adoption as well, even thinking back to new technologies right back, whether it was like email, or whether it was like the internet, even back in the 90s, the internet was still in its infancy. People were super skeptical. They didn't think people were going to use the tech at all. It was slow. You had to use the dial-up internet. People didn't know what the hell was going on. Even email, people were like, no one's ever going to use an email. Why would you ever send someone digitally to someone? And yet a few years on, everyone uses email. I think it's going to be the exact same thing with digital money. We already use digital money in our bank accounts. Now this new form of money where you can send it anywhere in the world instantly, that's got great economics in terms of Bitcoin and limited supply, and all these traits that we know and love will become the future, in my opinion. And the best thing about crypto is it's open and accessible to everyone. In the stock market or private company space, if you want to buy a private company, if you want to invest into Collective Shift seed round, you have to be a sophisticated investor. right? You have to be a qualified rich person to get access to that, right? That is a law by the government to basically say, unless you're rich, you can't invest in certain things, which is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. Cryptocurrency, for the first time ever, opens up a whole new range of ways to invest. Anyone can do it. My mum can do it, my nan can do it. They can invest in anything they want anywhere in the world, and there is no regulation around who and who cannot access the asset, which is absolutely amazing, and it gives people actually an opportunity to really grow their wealth. And if you look at the Bitcoin versus internet adoption growth, Bitcoin and crypto is actually growing faster than the internet itself, which is absolutely nuts in terms of user adoption. And because of the world we live in with social media and just connectivity, this is nuts in terms of the way that this is the pace that it's growing. And I think ultimately, as more people become educated and they start to understand what crypto is, how it works, the benefits of it, the blockchain, that's only going to allow more and more people to get involved. Because I think even if you go and speak to people on the street, what is Bitcoin, what is crypto, they kind of get it, they kind of don't. Maybe they understand Bitcoin a little bit, but the majority is, a very uneducated, world. There's a lot of bad press on crypto. This will continue to grow and increase. And when you've got the likes of, BlackRock and these other large ETF issuers, they're actually out there educating their clients. BlackRock now advises their clients they need to hold Bitcoin in their portfolio. They're going to educate through the financial advisors, and more and more people are going to start to understand and comprehend why holding some of these assets is so good for your portfolio. That's only going to grow the overall adoption, and more and more people actually adding capital. So overall, don't be like my friend. Don't continue to say I missed the boat. This space will continue to grow, but it's about timing and following the right trends at the right time, rather than just barreling in at the at the top end of a market and then riding all the way down, or waiting till it goes up and then saying I missed the boat. Get educated, invest at the right times, accumulate and buy for a long period of time. I guarantee you over the long term, you're going to be more successful than not. So hope that's helpful. If you need help with the timing and the portfolio strategy and what to buy and all that sort of thing, you can book in a call with one of our team. We've got the link below. We offer 30-minute free strategy sessions where we just sit down and figure out where you're at, how we can help, how to achieve your goals, and ultimately nail this upcoming bull market. So I'll see you on the call, and I'll see you on the next video.